Morning. Chi-Town's finest. What's going on, man? Gregory Wise, what's going on? So let's start this OG boxing talk, man. What's good with you, Drew?
You know, I'm in the murder capital as it stands right now. Courtesy of Donald Trump. Every day there's a new death. So courtesy of the president, this is the murder capital now. We lead the charge in deaths for no fucking reason. I gotta tell my dad to keep from going outside. He's trying to handle business he don't need to handle. But he's retired from the force and he's strapped like me, so he walking around like, yo, I wish a nigga would. So
it's crazy out there like that in New York.
No, it's not. That's the thing. It's not. I look at the news and I'm like, in other states, man, it's like really bad. Food lines and things like that. See, New York is a little different. You got a little line outside of the store and they're letting in 2-3 people at a time as 2 or 3 people leave. But it's not crazy out here because there's like so many supermarkets. Now you might have an issue getting certain things like paper towels or toilet paper or a certain kind of meats or whatever, but it's not like crazy out here where people are breaking in your windows. Not yet. You know what I mean? And I don't think it's going to get that bad. But in comparison to other states, it's not crazy out here like that. For the most part, I must say, people haven't been acting out because there's no real need to, because we got everything that we need. But my dad is old school. He just walk around with that hammer in the hand in the pocket, and it's a legal carry. So I'd be like, Dad, stay home. I don't want you making the news. just relax, man. It's just crazy out here, man. We just making it move day by day. I'm getting better day by day. Yeah, man. That's just what it is, man. That's just what it is. What's going on with your ad in the Lone Star State?
In the what?
In the Lone Star State.
Oh man, it's shit lonely. You're sitting in the house, man. Sitting in the house, just working, man. Trying to make it happen. I got to tell you, I have almost nothing to complain about. Life's good, man. It's not. My sister-in-law got it. Is a nurse. It goes house to house, and she was in contact with She got in contact with somebody. Came in contact with somebody who has the virus, so she got a quarantine for like I don't know how long. But other than that, man, it's thank goodness it hasn't touched anybody. I would like to say something after KQKC, man. How you feeling, real quick? I want to do something right after after KQKC, man. Tell them how you doing, man. KQKC.
Yes, sir. I'm doing fine, man. I'm hanging in there, just a little tired, because I got to do a lot of ripping and running. Maybe a little bit, but yeah, I'm just doing ripping and running, and like today, my father, he's a deacon of a church, and he want to get on Zoom, and he don't know how. He's learning now. And hopefully I won't have to do it no more after today. And but it's been okay here. One thing about they're not taking it seriously here. No one's wearing masks, and everybody's still doing what they do. And matter of fact, I seen somebody have a party the other night. I mean, I don't know. And I heard one state is opening up already. So I don't know. They better take it seriously. Trust me. They better take it seriously because this shit is real. And this shit is airborne. So that 6 feet shit down. No. I think it's longer than that. So, but everything else besides that, that's it.
What's going on, Leaford? That's my man. What's going on, Leaford? Crush the Legend. What's going on, man? Eric Jenkins, David Bell. What's going on? Yeah, Victor Cologne. We do a Sunday morning show. We do one every Sunday morning, man. We get together and we chop it up about this boxing. You'll have once in a little while. We'll have Cali Enigma get out of bed. He'll roll out of bed in a second and jump on the chat. But let's try to get it into like a little more positivity right now, man. Let's try to lift everybody's spirits. Did you guys watch any of the fights last night? Did you guys watch it? ESPN?
No. No, I was with my son last night.
No.
Okay.
You didn't see him, Drew?
Nope.
Oh shit! I had a blast last night on ESPN. Man, they showed it was back to back. Manny Pacquiao, Manny Pacquiao and Errol Spence and Floyd Mayweather Jr. fights.
Oh, okay, yeah,
wow.
yeah,
Yeah,
right,
no live fights. The fights that they showed, dog. So they had like the first fight that I watched was Floyd Mayweather Jr. versus Zab Judah.
Oh, yeah, that was a
I
good one.
remember that well. I remember
Man,
it well.
boy, that shit was a good ass fight, man. But they got people all ups. Dude, Deontay Wilder was not the first to get hated on in ridiculous fucking fashion, dog.
Oh, yeah.
I watched in the beginning of that fight, dude. Just compare the thing that I noticed about the fight was, and I'm gonna get you guys thoughts on that historic fight if you remember. Hell yeah, he sparred that boy. Oh, he spared that boy. That boy hit hit him in the nuts, Leaford. Hit that boy in the nuts. Get him up off that ass whooping. That saves Judah's ass. Zab was about to get his ass stopped, and he punched that man in the nuts. But the thing that got me was how many people in there were cheering. What was it? The Mayweather fight. So they showed the Floyd Mayweather Jr. versus Floyd versus fuck did I just say? Zab. They showed Zab because it's top rank. They only show top rank fights. So Floyd versus Zab was when Floyd was still with top rank. Then they showed Juan Manuel Marquez. They showed Juan Manuel Marquez and Miguel Cotto fights for Manny Pacquiao. And then they showed the Floyd Mayweather Jr. Manny Pacquiao fight. And I gotta tell you, these are my observations on this fight. Damn, I wish I would have seen it. Dude, a couple key observations. Manny was on that fucking juice. Okay.
Oh, of course.
Manny's ass is on that fucking juice. Because if you look at his body, the way his body looked for the Cotto fight, and how it looked for the Floyd Mayweather Jr. fight, dude, that's two completely different builds, dog. He had all kind of water weight on him, dude. He didn't have near the definition he had on him when he was fighting Miguel Cotto and when he was fighting. Well, when he fought Juan Manuel Marquez was, that particular. I think that was the second fight they showed, which I think was down there at lightweight. But really, really, really good fights, man. Really good. I mean, good fights to watch. But Manny was on that juice, man. I don't want to hear nothing. I don't want to hear nothing else. And when Floyd Mayweather Jr. was fighting Manny Pacquiao, dog, it sounded and looked just like the Deontay Wilder Tyson Fury fight. How there was nobody in that motherfucker cheering for Floyd Mayweather Jr. I didn't hear no fucking body. And there wasn't a black person. There might have been 2 black people within the first 30 rows. Like, it was Negro-less up in there, man. And I was like, yep, that's what the fuck happens when you charge somebody $13,000, to sit in nosebleed fucking seats. That's what you get. And you wind up having the crowd screaming like they're going crazy for Manny Pacquiao, a Filipino fighter fighting against an American fighter. And you hear it was the same crowd noise that you hear that you heard for Tyson Fury fans cheering against Deontay Wilder. It's just amazing to me, man, how the big that you have the last 2 really big fights. I think that's fair to say with American fighters. The last 2 really big fights with American fighters, the American crowd rooted against them. What's your take on that? KQKC?
The Zab Judah fight and Floyd Mayweather. Well, with that,
no. The concept that these motherfuckers don't be cheering for American fighters.
Well, you know what? I talked about this, right? I always talk about it. I say that, first of all, the UK people, some of them, they don't like Deontay Wilder. I get that, all that. But they will cheer on their fighters. They will cheer on their own countrymen. We don't do that. Now, for one, we're not the top sport. We're not the second. We're not the third. We're not the fourth. But one thing about it is we don't stick with our people. I don't care what color or nationality you are. You supposed to cheer for red, white, and blue, no matter what. But when you put in a concept like Floyd did, he made people hate him. He did shit to irritate people, but it made him a billionaire. It made him a billionaire. But some people say, hey, I like Floyd. I like the energy, just like the Charlos. I like the energy. But then again, he's not popular. Nobody that want him for endorsements. You don't see shit on his trunks. But the point is this. I don't like how Americans do American fighters. American fighters should have that backing, especially when you fight in their country. They should be cheering for you. They should like when Ricky Hatton was fighting. I mean, boom, 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 drum, boom, 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 blah, blah, blah. You couldn't hear nothing but UK people. US should have been, drowning them out. And that's how it always been. And that's a shame. We don't get behind. We don't get it behind our people. And that's how, that's how I feel.
Why do you think that is?
Why? For one, because he's a black fighter. For one, and we know that black fighters, they're not very popular. I mean, I'm sorry. Listen, I'm sorry, people. Everybody in the chat, whatever. Look, black men, it's in our genetics. We're good at everything we do or try to do. We're good at golf. We're good at football, basketball, baseball. We're good at everything. UK people, if we play snookers and darts, we'd be good and beat your ass in that. So you have to understand. So they have the black man, the notion that we inferior. We are not. But they try to hold us back. They're just like they're doing Deontay Wilder right now. They're trying to hold us back and stop us. And for one reason or another, I can't pinpoint which one, but I will tell you this, that the black fighter, always is always on top, but they don't get the recognition. They don't. No, the lighter you are, now let's say two black fighters, the lighter you are, like Shane Mosley and Floyd Mayweather, they was cheering for Shane more than they did Floyd.
Don't start that shit.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Don't start that shit. See, I knew that. Oh, see.
Okay.
Wait, tell somebody. KQKC's in here because KQKC knows his boxing. That's my boy, and fuck you. How about that? All that shit mixed into one. Now, the next motherfucker to ask me that shit is the next nigga kick the fuck out. Okay? Ooh, my delete game, my block game is solid. Let me switch real quick though, off of KQKC making fun of more lightly complected, melanin deficient Negroes.
No. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that they.
No, you are.
They go for. That's
what you said.
A white fighter better than.
No.
I know what you're saying. No, that's right. The lighter you are, the more they like.
No, fuck that. Fuck that. The darker you are, the more broads you usually get. Okay. True or not true?
Well, no, because a dark man is in there.
He been in, dog. Been in since the beginning of time. I don't want to hear that shit, dog.
Bullshit.
What'd he say?
Bullshit.
What's bullshit?
1986, Albie Shore made the light-skinned Negro make a hard comeback in New York.
Dude.
And Tay Diggs bring the brothers.
Grass was fucking half of Pennsylvania, dog. All through the 70s, all through the 80s. Okay. Richard Roundtree killing it.
And I'm telling you, in 86, Albie Shore made it hard for the darker brothers. That night and day shit, motherfucker from Mount Vernon. I want to kill that guy. Light-skinned niggas with good hair. You know what happened with all the light-skinned niggas with good hair, with that curly hair and the hazel eyes? You know what happened to them niggas? By the time they hit 30, they went bald. I'm not even joking.
So all them Jerry curls.
Oh yeah, they fucked themselves up. But see, the dark-skinned motherfuckers came back. They shaved their heads and came back. Light-skinned niggas was only a flash of the eye, but in 86, that Albie Shaw ass nigga, he was making shit difficult. Motherfucker.
Man, let me break it to you. Light-skinned niggas still getting coochie, dog. Still. The mold ain't never been broken, dog. Motherfuckers been breaking shit off for a long ass time. All I'm saying, dog, is come on, man. Come on, dog. Y'all make this. How about muscular motherfuckers get all of it? Okay? Fuck muscular dude. How about that?
Yeah.
With the titty flexing asses. Okay, how's that?
I got it good at pool parties.
What do you say?
I got it good at pool parties. I'm good.
Dog, see, motherfuckers like me got to sit on the outside, try to mack on chicks on the way in. You know, make excuses about not taking the shirt off.
Wear long trunks and shit.
No, dog. No, see, the trunk area is where I get them.
Yeah.
I should be little as I can get that motherfucker be standing. Hey, that guy said, "Why you hating on my chest flexing, dog?" I'm gonna say, dog, that shit is a misnomer, man. I've always known, like, the black dudes, like straight black dudes, always do just fine. They walk into a club complaining about shit, stand on a fucking wall, and have a bunch of white women walk up and try to get something from them. That's been my whole fucking observation. Unless you got some other deficiency, you know what I mean? Like you just a butt ugly nigga. You know, butt ugly has never been in style. You know,
yeah. You're not that light, Fernando. I got
news
for you. All right, you're not that light. Oh, okay. I was gonna say you're not that light. I don't know why you're saying it.
No, I'm not talking about me.
Oh,
I'm brown, but dude, light-skinned dudes been getting dog. Light-skinned dudes been getting coochie forever. Will continue to get coochie, dog. That's what it is from black chicks. They will always. It always works, dog. Because we, and I say that family members, however you want to fucking categorize me, them dudes you talking about will always take advantage because of the insecurities put upon the black woman by the system of white supremacy. So as long as niggas can give you some curly hair and knock them naps back a little bit, they will always be getting coochie, dog, because we have a massive amount of brainwashing. That's what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. Now your personal insulted me though. KQKC, let me point this out here too. You are kind of a caramel motherfucker yourself. So that dark skin shit out of you either. Okay, you ain't Black Fight Fan TV, dog. You ain't Wesley Snipes. You somewhere in the middle, dog. Somewhere in the middle. Somewhere between the dark chocolate and the milk chocolate, homie. I don't want to hear, dog. You know.
Oh man, I call Terrence Crawford blue black.
No, dog. No, blue black dudes have all. Blue black dudes have always been good, man. They've always been good, dog. Yeah. I just don't want to hear it, man. It's been slow though. What's been slow? Oh, light skinned dudes to me is like Genuine Steph Curry. Dude, I'm brown skinned dude, man. I ain't never claimed it. It just depends on who you talking to. My wife will be like, "You're brown. What's going on, man? Will you get your ass on the channel, Blood Boxing?"
Yeah, what blood, dog?
Blood right in the comment section, man. Jump on, dog. He got Bertha in the room with him. That's the problem.
Oh shit.
Laying up there with Bertha. D Bevel the champ says salute to the OGs, man. Salute to you, man. Salute to you. But let's change. Let's move this to Drew Titan, man.
You missed a super chat too.
Retro Boxing said you ain't brown. You high yellow. Nah, dude, I'm brown. It depends on where I'm living in Texas, dog. So I'm brown. If I fucked around in DC right now, I might be, a little lighter shade of brown. I turn greenish if I'm, during the winter time. But I'm in Texas, dog. I got all kind of color, dog. All kind of. Got it in spades. Yeah, I got the super chat. We only got one super chat. It's the Great Depression on the super chats this week. Last week is what it is, man. It's all good though, because we understand you got to keep. Hey, got to keep the pennies in your pocket. This shit's tough around these parts. Anyway, Drew. So what's your take, what's your take on why people would cheer for why people won't cheer for American fighters?
Well,
cheer for American fighters.
Well, blacks in America in the fight game, believe it or not, are not even considered American. Let me explain. You put Floyd Mayweather in the ring. Let's not even use Floyd because he's too popular. You take Emmanuel Augustus, put him in the ring with Arturo Gatti. A Gatti will be considered the white guy and get cheered for over Emmanuel Augustus. And two things: Gatti is of Italian descent and he's Canadian. All right. This is how they treat us. You understand? They don't care whether it's Emmanuel Augustus, who's born and raised on American soil, or Ike Bazooka Cortez, who's African. You understand? Not even Muhammad Ali was considered American once he went to the Nation of Islam. Once he accepted Islam as his faith, they considered that a spit in the eye of American. They're like, yo, he's denouncing America. You understand? So we've been the enemy. Dating back to Jack Johnson. Yeah, born and raised here, whatever. You're black. You're anti-American by default. You understand? So the only reason why they accept a fighter as American is when they're using another black fighter against another black fighter that they hate. So yeah, they cheered the shit out of Shane Mosley when he fought Floyd Mayweather. All right. What did they do with Ali and Frazier? Oh, Frazier became the American great American hope. Then they gave a shit because who was Ali, the villain? You understand what I'm talking about? So we're just black fighters. We're not even considered American. I don't give a fuck how light-skinned Andre Ward think he is, or his father's white and gold medal in the Olympics. Zero fucks. Zero fucks. When he got in that ring with Kovalev, where was his support? Other than us, where was his support? You're just black, homie. You're not American. You're just black. Where was his support? No one knows. All right, I don't know where the fuck he went. I know I was supporting him for obvious reasons.
Who was this?
What's that? I'm talking about Andre Ward and KK Kovalev.
Oh, okay, yeah, I'm sorry, man. Go ahead.
Yeah, and this is an Olympic gold medalist and everything else, and moving up in weight. And he was fighting a Russian. All right, but no one like was supporting him. He didn't get the support like he was supposed to get it. You understand? Mm-hmm. So when Wilder's going through, what Andre Ward went through, you remember? Oh my God, you remember the '88 Olympics with Roy Jones? Remember that?
Yep.
I remember that like it was yesterday. That right there. You want to talk about robberies in overall the sport of boxing? That right there got to be like top 3 overall in the sport. Overall, Roy styled on that motherfucker. And you want to talk about robberies? That was a robbery, and that's what made Roy Jones Superman right there. When he left the ring that night, he didn't let that loss define him. It made him great because he went on the tear after that and was whooping everybody's ass. But he was never considered the American fighter.
Man, they shit all over Roy Jones. They shit all over Roy Jones.
Yeah, I never understood why he even remained there. Even took commentary jobs sitting next to the guys that used to talk shit about him. I never understood that. I never understood that. So I mean, look, look. I'm not telling these brothers how to pay their bills. I understand he had some tax problems, and then magically he gets dual citizenship in Russia, and those tax problems disappeared, and next he's taking dives. I ain't gonna get into all of that. That's another conversation. But black fighters, we're not considered American fighters. It's cool for these white fighters to do what they do. Oh, he's born and raised in Brooklyn, but he's of Italian descent. He's born and raised in Chicago, but represents his Irish heritage. No one has a problem with that. But we come out, we're born and raised in the Bronx, but his grandparents are by way of Ghana. Oh, so we're from Ghana. No, I just said I'm from the Bronx. No, we are from Ghana. So whether it's Emmanuel Augustus in the ring or fucking Josh Clotty, we're just black, man. We're just black. We're not considered American. We're just black. And then when you are from another country, they just put emphasis on the other country. So that's we're always fighting against the grain. So that's nothing new. Look at the list of champions we've had and the level of disrespect. Jack Johnson, Muhammad Ali, Larry Holmes. Come on now. It don't matter. I don't care what George Foreman, winning the Olympics and waving that goddamn flag. It didn't help, man. We're just black. We're not even considered American. We're just black. That's what we're dealing with.
Man, I remember having these things, dude, like back in man, you remember back in you guys might be too young, especially QKC.
I might be too young.
Yeah. Man, anyway, I won't go into that, man. I was about to go into something, man. My thought on it is that dude, people don't understand. I was sitting there just cooking dinner last night thinking about this, that we really have problems between black people in America and European Americans in America. There's always been tension there. There's been tension. I mean, there's been a ridiculous abuse to start with, and that abuse and bullshit switch to more abuse and bullshit, And so as a result, man, it's just like what I think you see that riff. You see that there's between the two most, other than the natives that came to the United States, right? The natives that were here. And I'm going with American social studies here, okay? I'm not going with what might actually be true, right? About who the Native Americans are and all that. I know there's a lot of conversation around that, but I'm just going strictly widely accepted 6th grade social studies. The two groups of people that came over here first, other than the people that were here, were Europeans and Africans. And we have not gotten along the entire fucking time. And then everybody else comes in through Ellis Island, and they get in, in the 19, because a lot of people don't understand that that the most of, or many, many, many of the white Americans, the European Americans that are in America, are not like, they came around the 1920s. Their people came in the 1980, through New York, through Ellis Island, and they're immigrants. So they became immigrants, and they integrated with the Americans that were already here, and now they're one group of people, and they've taken on their that group of people's, their mentalities, their quote unquote American way. But what a lot of people miss is that part of the American way was to fuck over black people. I mean, that was the American fucking way. That was core to the fucking American mission from the early 1700s, from colonial times all the way to now. Otherwise, you wouldn't have to have voting right acts and amendments added to the Constitution and all that stuff to try to tweak and change that. So I think that's what you're describing. You have, we've always been at odds with the majority population, and it never really found a way to get out of that. And that conflict between black fighters and European fighters, whether they be in Britain or whether it be in the United States, has been consistent since Tom Mellenwall versus Tom Cribb, when they cheated Tom Mellenwall back in the 1790s. So I don't think anything. It's just this has been what it's been. This has been what it is, and I just find it really interesting that people are real selective about how they want to look at America. Like for example, that fucking boxer that has got a hard on for Fred. Like, fuck, what's wrong with you, Ishe? Fuck, will you go ahead and try to kiss Fred some shit, get the shit over with? This motherfucker's obsessed with Fred. But cats like that, they want to say, well, this is boxing, let's leave that out. Let's leave it out of that. That would be like saying, let's remove the water from the air in the house, but leave the water in the air outside of the house. It doesn't work like that. It's something that's consistent to the United States. You can't have a room, you can't have different air inside of the house than is inside the house. You're not going to have a different dynamic take place inside of boxing than you have outside of boxing. And you see that with things like this virus. It's not like you can say, well, America's going through this big pandemic, this big issue, but it won't affect boxing. No, it's going to affect boxing. The racial animus in the United States has been a fucking virus spread all over the fucking place that little babies catch as soon as they come out the womb, and they're seen to have color in their skin. So it's just the fucking American way. You know what I mean? There's good and bad there's good in the American way, a lot of good in the American way. I wouldn't leave the country for shit. I like America. It's where my family is. It's where my loved ones are. So I am patriotic in that regard. But for people that just pretty much just fucking hopped off of a boat, grandparents just fucking hopped off of a boat like fucking Steve Kim, that motherfucker just jumps into the favorite. And they catch pretty early too the tension. So to favor to ingratiate themselves to the majority population, they wind up shitting on the disadvantage on us as well. So it's just like, dude, you cannot separate the two, which is why the shit that fucking Ishe Smith does bugs the fuck out of me. You cannot separate it from boxing. You can't do it. But they catch us in a fucked up double whammy because we are American when it's good, we're black when it's bad. You know what I mean? When we win, it's Americans, but when we lose, they become black. So, for example, a perfect example of that is what Larry Merchant said. Larry Merchant said, "Is this the last black hope of the heavyweight division?" Right? With Deontay Wilder, when he called him the last black hope, he didn't call him that last American hope.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Because if Deontay Wilder's the last, he is definitely the only fucking hope in American fucking boxing in the heavyweight division. Adam Kornacki ain't doing jack shit. Andy Ruiz ain't doing jack shit.
You ain't lying.
You know what I mean? Ain't doing jack shit. What's his name? What's the African dude's name? He ain't even American. He's living here.
Ijagba.
Ain't American.
Ijagba.
Yeah, Ife Ijagba.
See, Fernand, that's what I'm talking about. They will lump Ijagba and Wilder in the same fucking category. They're from two different sides of the goddamn planet. One is African, one is American, but they're the same guy in the eyes of the public. They're the same guy. We're all looking at the same fucking thing. You know what I'm saying? Wilder's treatment, coming up in the ranks before he even caught fire, before he even was making millions of dollars. All I heard was wild swinging and pencil legs, and he ain't got no legs, whatever. Right. I did not hear not one piece of negative of Adam Kornacki. He like a fat fucking Nosferatu with titties, and he swings. And the dude, he can't fight. He can't fight, and he lost early. He lost to a journeyman. Got knocked out in New York in front of 1,000 Polish people. And by the way, he's American from Brooklyn. His family's from fucking Poland. All right. And in the garden that night, all you saw was Polish flags. You didn't see American flags, Polish flags. But that was okay, though. That was okay. Right? And then he gets knocked on his ass. And everyone's like, keep your chin up. You'll be back. No, he won't be back. It's over for him. But as fat and bald and ugly as that motherfucker was, you ain't hear not one piece of negative about him. All you heard was,
second, man.
Yeah.
Hold on 1 second. First of all, Zaire, interesting. Fanon stated a few years ago he was European descent, Greek to be specific, of cause he is patriotic. Man, what the fuck are you? What?
Fuck?
Dude. Do I look like I'm fucking from Zimbabwe, dumbass? You can look in my fucking face and see that shit. What are you fucking talking about? The fuck are you talking about, dude? Does anybody look me in my fucking face and think I'm fucking Ibu?
Oh shit!
You think I'm fuck? Where you think I'm from? Let's not feign fucking stupidity, dude. Dog, black is not a fucking. It's dude. I didn't have to fucking tell you that. You know that. Look at my fucking nose. This shit is fucking gigantic. This shit don't come from Nigeria. It's just what it is, dog. But there ain't no difference, dude. But there's literally no fucking difference.
A mind is a terrible thing to waste.
It's a terrible fucking thing to use if you motherfucking can't have one. You know
do niggas just wait in the chat to try and catch a contradiction just to say that they got something up on you?
Let me tell you what he tried to do. Tell me what this motherfucker tried to do. This motherfucker trying to make me look like I'm some fucking Tom. That's what the fuck you trying to do. You trying to get slick like I'm some fucking Tom.
Right. So, you said this, then now you want to be this.
You said that your granddaddy was. Look, the fuck it is. It is what it is. You want me to lie? You know what I mean? Get the fuck out of here, man. But anyway, now that you've been thrown the fuck out, can somebody throw his ass the fuck out?
10 times out of 10, if you're black and on American soil, your blood is diluted several times, man.
It's true. True tight. Those are Iranian pectoral muscles, dog.
Dogs, you'd be amazed what's in my tree with the shit that I found out made me angry. I'm like, how the fuck did that even happen? When and where did that even fucking happen?
Rape.
You understand? Exactly, rape. There's some shit that I was happy about. I'm like, oh, I'm glad to know that. And then there's some shit that I was like, oh no, how the fuck did that happen? You understand what I'm saying? So let's just say this: I have Seminole in my blood. Everything else,
Drew, pause real quick because I'm rude at this point in time. Hold on real quick. Gregory Wise said, I should be in West Africa right now, the land of abundance of beautiful blue-black sisters. You may call yourself American, but to the dominant society, you're a people without a country. That's very, very true. Time to ante up. Says, salute OGs, Fanon, KQKC, Drew Titan in the chat. Every woman who gets involved with Malignaggi is allegedly forced to sign a no Adrian Bronner agreement. Fuck Eddie Hearn, dog. That is hilarious. And my man Gregory Wise gets that COVID-19 is the devil's great vaccine hustle. Oh, they're gonna make a ton of money off that shit. But go ahead, KQKC. I mean, go ahead, Drew. My bad.
Yeah,
I just didn't want to go too far.
I was happy about what I found in my bloodline, and I was also upset about most of the shit. Like the shit I'll accept that I'm happy about is the Seminole blood. What the white Americans call the Sioux Indians. Those are the motherfuckers that killed General Custer. Apparently, that's great. So I'll take that. The other shit, I'll just keep under wraps because that was aggravating. But I'm not super duper dark skinned. You know what I'm saying? My roots are from somewhere in Ghana, somewhere, I guess. But I don't look like Babu Abdul from the fucking jungle either.
We do not look like Africans, dog. We don't look like Africans. Like, you ever notice that like white people can't tell the difference between Africans? Like,
no, they can't.
If I see somebody, I'm like, that's an Ethiopian. Right. More than likely, that's a Somalian. That's a Nigerian. That's a Kenyan. They look like they're from South Africa. They look like completely different groups of people. Motherfuckers cannot see that shit for nothing.
Well, guess what? Asians could do that with each other. Oh, he's Korean. He's Japanese. He's Filipino. He's Chinese, but he's from the country part. I'm like, wow, all y'all motherfuckers look alike to me.
Yeah.
I'm from the Bronx, man. All y'all niggas kill us with that fried chicken. That's all I know.
Killing it. Hey, my daughter took one of them things, man. I got a black. My wife is black. I'm black. I got my daughter took that 21andMe thing, and came out like 56% European.
Oh,
no, excuse me, 56%. 56%. It was the other side. 46% European. She ain't got a black person in her family for fucking decades. I mean, for generations before you can find a actual white person, dude. In the United States, we are just all mixed. We're all mixed up, dude. It's very, very rare that you're gonna find a black person because we've been here for 400 years, dude. 400 years. Y'all just got the fuck up off the boat. Is the shit that kills me. Like, fuck. I think you should have like a seniority shit to be an American. Like, if your ass is if you just came over in 1921, dog, you should have 1/5 of a fucking vote. You know what I mean? Yo, listen. And let me tell you something. Until you get here 100 years, we don't want to hear shit you got to say.
Exactly. You see, I'm gonna tell you something. Those white folk, those Euro crackers, and I'm gonna call them Euro crackers, Russians, the white Jews and the Italians. They fuck around outside their race. When it's time to buckle down, trust and believe Paulie ain't bringing home anybody else other than an Italian chick to his mama. They keep it tight knit. That mafia shit, you got to be able to trace that bloodline back to Italy. Black people, we don't do that shit. Right. We run around fucking everything or getting fucked. All right. So those Euro crackers, they take that bloodline shit very seriously. Paulie speaks full-blooded Italian. He speaks it. All of those guineas up in Bensonhurst, Brooklyn, they speak Italian. All of them do. All of them. And from what I was told, it's off the boat Italian. They speak it with the accent where if they go to Italy, they won't know that they're American. It's like the difference between
Puerto Rican and
Puerto Rican. Like a Puerto Rican can go to Spain and a Spanish person will know this guy's not from Spain. I don't care if his hair's light and his eyes is light. He's Puerto Rican or he's Argentinian or he's Mexican.
See, they speak.
He's not me.
With they speak with a slang.
Right, exactly.
Right.
It's a broken form of Spanish, so they know.
Right.
Italians, they're very tight knit. They're very tight knit. And as far as Ishe Smith goes, let me just say this real quick with him. Okay. You know, smacking him around, you know, because that's been considered. Smacking him in his face when you see him, that's easy. That's easy. It's smacking him into a fucking cartwheel. That's easy. All right. You know how you kill Ishe? You kill Ishe with debate. You kill him with debate, you know, because trust me, I considered it. I'm like, you know, I'm gonna see this guy at a fight. I'm gonna approach him with the phone out and offer a debate with him, or offer him just to clear the air. Just say what you want, clear the air, because everyone's ganging up on you, right, bro? Everyone's ganging up on you. Clear the air. Let me know how you feel. But I just have this vision of him just getting animated and getting all loud so the cops will stop and me punching a hole in his head. That's easy. That's easy. I'm too old to be going to jail.
Drew, I think you got some pent up animosity about Ishe Smith, huh?
Nah, I don't like niggas like that, bitch.
Threatening to whoop his ass.
No, he's a nigga. He's a nigga that you know you got a problem with in the street, and he start talking all loud so the cops will stop and shit. You know, I don't like guys like that. I see right through him. You know what I'm saying? He that type of nigga that roll with a large crowd and he think he tough. You know what I'm saying? If you catch him by himself, he copping pleas and shit. You know what I'm saying? That's easy. And I ain't got time to be going to jail. I'm too old for that. I got family and shit. But you know how you kill Ishe? You give him a platform to hang himself. And I guarantee you, if he chooses to debate Fred or Black or 78 or you for now, you eat that motherfucker alive. That nigga get eaten alive. You know what I'm saying? With debate. You know what I'm saying? That's how you kill him. You kill him with debate. You say, all right, you know what? You want to get your say off? Come on my platform. I have a few thousand people that'll be listening, that'll be watching. Come on, state your case. And I'll prove you wrong. I'll give you the opportunity to prove you wrong. He won't do it.
That ends real quick. Ishe, do you think all black fighters will do anything to tear down a white fighter? Anything? And he would say no. Then I'll say thank you. Now, would you apologize for the fuck you said, and we can move the fuck on? And you can shut the fuck up.
I remember, Drew, you said that on my channel you would try to. Because when I was talking about him, you was telling you gonna try to reach out to him. But
yeah, I was gonna reach out to him. Yeah.
You know, because he know what he was doing. He know what he was saying. He said it on a UK channel. He knew what he was doing. He knew what was going on. Now, how you think a motherfucking block fell out of Margarita glove? You know damn well that you can do whatever you want. Talk about the commission be right there with you. They don't follow your ass to the bathroom. They don't follow you everywhere.
Now watch this. Now watch this. He knows how dirty the game is because he in Floyd's camp. Yeah, I said it. Yeah, I said it.
Yeah, and they don't do shit in Floyd camp.
Yeah, I said it.
Around and play checkers.
Motherfucker. Now, Floyd is no saint. You know what I'm saying? We protected him because he needed to be protected. But did he not break the rules? They said no IVs. And he took an IV. I don't give a fuck if it was for fucking rehydration. I don't give a fuck. You broke the rules, my man. Ishe knows how fucked up the game is. Paulie Malignaggi. All right. You bitch ass nigga. He was out here talking about Manny was on drugs. Remember that? I remember that clearly. Motherfucker.
Paulie Malignaggi ain't say was on drugs.
Man, listen, Paulie got beat the fuck up so bad by Sean Porter. He said he went to the doctor. The doctor said he looked like he got ran over by a fucking truck. And he roundabout saying, yo, he wanted Sean Porter tested because he got beat the fuck up so bad. Paulie, get the fuck out of here, you rat-looking bastard. Fuck you and your pizza. You fucked up New York pizza. You motherfuckers. Bitch ass nigga. Oh, I'm sorry, you bitch ass Guinea. Faggot ass.
Whack Italians in New York.
Now we got Italians that are lazy. It's like the Chinese food is lazy up here. It's like we ain't got to serve them cuisine Chinese food. We got to serve them chicken fried rice and fried chicken, and the niggas will be happy. Meanwhile, it's killing them. You go inside any Chinese store and watch what they eat. It's nothing on the fucking menu. All right, but they serve us a general menu. You can go to any Chinese store. It's a general menu. All right, and we buy it up and we kill ourselves. It's high in salt and everything else, so we dying. Matter of fact, they don't eat that shit. Matter of fact, that's going to be my show tonight. Why are we still eating Chinese food? LDBC strong tonight. Why the fuck are we still eating Chinese food? Fuck are we doing? And you know what I'm saying? Fuck that.
Let me get these super chats real quick, man. I appreciate you guys for the support, man. Eric Jenkins said, "Here's to Salmon Jaw." Who's Salmon? What's Salmon Jaw, man? I don't get it. And by the way, do you say salmon? Hey, what do you say? Salmon?
Salmon.
Huh?
Salmon. Yeah.
Salmon or salmon?
Salmon.
With the L?
Out here, we
salmon with the L. Why?
That's Chicago. People in Chicago say salmon.
Yeah, salmon.
What do you say?
Out here, we SAMIN, salmon. Salmon. We just say salmon. Let me get that steamed salmon. Salmon.
Oh, hold on. Listen. Paulie Saccarelli.
What?
Your pizza does suck. Paulie.
Paulie Saccarelli.
Saccarelli in the chat. You're so educated. Really? Let me see. Let me see, Paulie Saccarelli. Let me see. Okay, Paulie. I promise you, Paulie. Hey, yo player. Hey, yo player. I bet you. Your name is Paulie Saccarelli. I bet your ass granddad. I bet. What are you? I bet your granddad or your great granddad came over on Ellis Island about 1918, 1920 when they started letting fucking people in, when they started letting more and more people in to help with the Industrial Revolution. That's why your ass is fucking here, okay? Because there was an Industrial Revolution in the United States. It was switching from agricultural-based society to an industrial one. And so they needed more workers, and they started, give us your dregs, give us all your people. And they brought over a lot of Italians. They brought on a lot of Irish. They brought on they were already British here, but all those guys were there. That's when you guys came. And you guys were not white. You were not white for a very fucking long time. You weren't white. Irish people weren't white. But eventually, after being here for about 30 years or so, the WASPs, the white Anglo-Saxon Protestants, started treating you as if you were an American, because before they didn't fuck with you because you're Catholic, right? So there was a big rift between you and the WASPs, white Anglo-Saxon Protestants, and your ass Roman fucking Catholic Italians, and you had all that fucking beef going on, and they treated you like shit in over there in Europe. You brought your ass over here, dead fucking broke, but you became white when you got here after a little bit of time. Still fucking it. You still out there paying your money to them preachers, rubbing on your nuts as little boys and all that shit. So fuck off, dog. I know the history of Italians, generally speaking. And Paulie Malignaggi's history is that he's a bitch. Straightforward. And Adrian Bronner fucked his girlfriend, and he got all hot about the shit and called her fucking side piece. And now he's out here making his living, shitting on black dudes fighting, but desperately wants to get that money from over there from the UK. So he is pandering to your asses. Anyway, is that educated enough? Okay. Did I get your general where you're from? Because that's the story of the Italian American. And by the way, a lot of y'all cats were in the fucking mafia. Okay, right. And you got over. That's what I'm getting to. Oh yeah, I know. That's what I'm getting to, Nick. I'm talking. What do you mean? What's what you getting to?
Okay, go ahead. Finish.
Finish. He's like, that's what I'm getting to. Nah, I'm going off on Paulie Saccarelli. I'm the one getting off on going off on Vinny Saccarelli. Name that movie, KQ. Who the fuck is Vinny Saccarelli? You don't remember that?
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I'm just trying to, go ahead. I'm gonna follow up on you.
No, who's Vinny Saccarelli?
Benny Scratchy Reggie.
Saccarelli. You don't remember?
No, I thought you said something else.
That was a line that Morris Day said it in Purple Rain. He was like, he said,
say it again.
You come to my house, we can eat dinner. I got a chef that will make you dinner. His name is Vinny Saccarelli or some shit.
Oh no, I don't remember that.
Hell no, that was Vinny Saccarelli. Anyway, man, go ahead, man, and tell me where you were going, KQKC. Oh, let me make sure I didn't miss a super chat. Oh. I do appreciate y'all. No, I didn't. But no, he ain't debating me. I ain't debating. Why the fuck would you debate anyway? Why the fuck would you debate fucking Ishe Smith? There's nothing to gain out of that. You know what I mean? But go ahead, KQKC. Where were you going?
Well, I was just going with Paulie. You know, see the relationship seriously with him and Deontay Wilder. You know, and see Italians, they never did like blacks. I mean, you can go far as you want to. That's why they gave blacks the power to sell drugs in Sugar Hill, Harlem, because they didn't want to go down there. They didn't want to deal with them. They didn't want to be around them. You know, the Bumpy Johnsons.
Oh, it's got some shit a little deeper than that. Let me go. Yeah. That's what your boy was just saying. Just real quick. I know I'm cutting you out, and I'm
no, it's okay.
But Gregory Wise said Gregory Wise said Hannibal and his crew put a little melanin in that Italian bloodline, a lot of it, and in Spain too. No, they can't fucking stand them. They ran them fucking countries for I can't say how long it is, but ran the fucking country for a very fucking long time, man. Fucked up their system and they never recovered. Listen to John Henry Clark talk about the Spanish and the Italians when he talks about how colonialism never benefits the person that's colonialized. It always fucks them over. And he talks about Italy and he talks about Spain and said, if you look at Spain they never really truly recovered from the Moors. From the Ottoman Empire and the Moor, it never really recovered from the shit. That's why they can't fucking stand black people. And you remember the famous movie? What was that famous? You remember that? What was the movie where was it Christopher Walken gave that speech to who did it? Damn. The one about where he was about to get killed and he asked for a Chesterfield cigarette, and he was like, because the guy said, I can tell if you're lying to me. I think it was like, and he said, oh, if I'm lying, okay, tell me if I'm lying. Italians were spawned from niggas. See, the Moors invaded Spain and Italy, and they did so much fucking that your hair changed from blue eyes and blonde hair to brown eyes and black hair. Now, tell me if I'm lying. And the motherfucker got pissed and shot him. You remember that movie?
Yo.
You remember that?
What movie is that? Because I'm gonna take that line and I'm gonna play it at the top of every show.
It was a Quentin Tarantino movie.
Wait, was that Pulp Fiction?
No, not that one. It was the one. There was a guy and a girl, and the mob was chasing him, and they caught up with his dad, and his dad was. They tried to get his dad to tell him where he was, and his dad was like, "Man, if I tell you, first of all, I'm not gonna tell you where he is, but since you're gonna fucking kill me anyway." Let's have at it. Yeah, it was a great movie, man. I can't remember what the name of that movie was, but it was a great movie, man. It was hilarious, dude. But you can tell Italians they got a little,
That's why they say Sicilians.
That's Sicilians.
Yeah.
What is it? What are the ones from Naples? The northern ones are like the ones from Naples and Sicily. Right. So like, Sicily's an island, isn't it?
I believe so. I know. I went to a gym and there was nothing but a bunch of Italians over there. And when we played football, they were like, "Yo, man, just tell everyone you're Sicilian." I'm like, "What the fuck?" He's like, "Yo, just tell everyone it's a joke. You wouldn't get it." And I'm like, "Oh, okay. The Sicilians must be dark. I get it."
Over in Italian, the mob over there, they are called the mob. They mafia. Now over here, they Cosa Nostra. They want to be separate from the people over here because the Cosa Nostra over here is different than the mob over there. You still, go through the bloodline, this and that. But in Bensonhurst, Paulie, he from all that, and deep down inside, what I was trying to say was he never did like people of color. He never did. Yeah, he never did.
Who didn't?
Paulie. Yes, he always never did. I mean, sure, he had to do his job, of course. And he's money hungry, and he's saying now he's starting to come out now and say more and more and more. He should have been on HBO with the rest of them because that's how he think. That's his thinking process now. He grew up in a neighborhood just like that. And that's how he feels. That's how his parents feel. That's how it been from the beginning of time. They just don't want to deal with people of color. and they would do anything to put themselves above them. You know, a long time ago, New York used to have problems with Italians and people in Harlem, Sugar Hill, the rest of them. I'm not even from New York, but it's history, you know, and that's why I think, you know, he said, well, with Deontay Wilder, you know, come on, they do this and do that, you know, he's a pussy. He's a pussy, you know, and I don't blame Drew, you know, that type of person, just like Ishe Smith, they say what they think that the public want to hear. They think that the public want to hear them saying, yeah, this and that. He think he didn't get the job at BT Sports because of Deontay Wilder. You see, but he went over there to kiss Sky Sports ass. See, that's what he's doing. You know, he want to do the narrative of what he think is right. He go along to get along. See, he don't have no morals. He don't have no principles. He don't know how to stand up as a man and stick to what he's believing. Anybody could change his mind on anything. And what I call that is a pussy. A straight up bitch. That's all I have to say.
Yeah, definitely. Let me get this super chat man explain it. He said, here's the salmon jaw. And Eric Jakes explained that said Ishe Smith is salmon jaw. Oh, because he got that big ass jaw. He got I mean, you know, aesthetically speaking, you know. You think that light-skinned dude was getting a bunch of coochie in the 80s?
Now with that head.
Hell no, that's what I'm saying, dog. Just generally being an unattractive person will affect your ability to get some, regardless of your skin color, man. That's what I'm saying. You know, if you butt ugly, you just fucking butt ugly. And that nigga did. I used to think it was him just taking punches. That motherfucker just ugly, like Dennis Johnson. I was watching some Dennis Johnson could play. Remember Dennis Johnson? From the from the Celtics?
Oh yeah.
Dog, that was one of the more ugly Negroes ever to walk into the sport of boxing. Into the sport of basketball, and red-haired, freckles, the whole fucking nine, dog.
Yeah. And Ishe Smith, you know, when he was crying, Floyd, he was so ugly when he cried, you know.
Crying about Floyd not getting in fights?
No, Floyd got him back into boxing, and I think he won a belt that night or something. I want to thank Floyd.
Oh, after he was done? Because he lost the fucking contender.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck are you doing on it? Like, I was rooting for him. I didn't realize. I was like, damn, this motherfucker's on the contender.
Yeah.
I mean, I honestly think that Floyd made him get down and lick one of his bodyguard's nuts.
You know.
Yeah. Ishe, show me how much you want this. Get down and lick Bubba's 400-pound balls. And if you really want this, mop the floor, right? Get down and lick those nuts, and we'll work with you. Fucking bald-headed bitch-ass nigga.
Ishe. DJ always looked like he's about to turn the ball over, but he never did. Nah, man. Man, I was watching some high. Dennis Johnson and him, they used to have this play that they would run between him and Larry Bird. It was fucking bananas. Like, he would throw dimes right underneath the basket, like over and over again from right at half court, dude. like Larry Bird would look his guy off, just slip to the inside. That ball was like, dude. Dennis Johnson had a rocket ship of an arm, man. Time Annie up said, remember when Cotto busted Paulie's jaw and about? Yeah, man, I actually do. I think I might do a highlight reel of Paulie Malignaggi getting punched in the face and put that shit out on my channel. Be like, is this a dude that really should be talking about boxing? Because he really isn't that good, man.
Yo, like, he fought everybody of relevance at 147 and lost. The only person that was questionable, I think he fought at 140, 135, I can't remember, was Juan Diaz, the baby bull. And he got gypped off in that fight, but that's fine. All right, but anything after that, I recall him getting those good fights and with those names, and he got beat up. Cotto, Porter, Hatton. Yeah, anybody of note, he got his ass beat.
Yes,
he got his ass beat. So, Paulie, why the fuck are you famous, man? Yeah. See, if Paulie was black, oh shit! If Paulie was black, he'd be Ishe Smith.
No, we got we only have black people to blame for Paulie Malignaggi though. Because what
elaborate? Yes,
Tony Tarver popping dirty. We would have
Oh
never been around. He didn't get that job originally. That was Antonio Tarver's job, man. Antonio Tarver is better than him at that fucking job. At that job, he didn't find. Antonio Tarver, number one, has more. He has more credibility as a fucking analyst than Paulie Malignaggi does. Having Paulie Malignaggi be an analyst is akin to having Emmanuel Taylor being an analyst. He's not. Look at of all the analysts that you got on TV, right? Look at who they are and look at their accomplishments. You have Boom Boom Mancini, right? Boom Boom Mancini, Lennox Lewis, right. Tim Bradley, Andre Ward. Who else is on? Who's on the zone? They got bum ass Sergio Mora. So maybe Sergio Mora over there. But other than fucking Sergio Mora on the zone, none of them motherfuckers would have qualified. And he doesn't have any of the fucking qualifications those other dudes do, man.
Yeah, he can talk.
Fucking champions, top Roy Jones Jr. You had George Foreman George Foreman covered fights. I mean, get the fuck out of here, dude. You're not even on the level of the guys you're sitting next to. They just happen to know what your fucking name is because you lost to some guys. The idea that this dude is somebody that has some extraordinary fucking boxing and knowledge is bullshit. He
could put a plan together in the ring. Shit. Yeah.
They got the wrong Magic Man. The original Magic Man was Antonio Tarver, and they got this fake ass Guinea. This fucking hating ass Guinea.
Let's hold the Guinea talk back, man. We got to hold it at bitch motherfuckers lick niggas nuts. We'll stop it.
Guinea pig.
I can see. My thing is, I don't like that. I'm not. What do you call it? Censoring? I don't mean to censor anybody. I just like, it's a fucking dick. I mean, I know Italian dudes that are cool, but they don't. But for real. When I was a kid, they don't fuck with black people. They won't let you in their fucking yard. Yeah. Motherfuckers ain't like that, dude. That ain't like some warm, friendly motherfucker who was grown up in an environment that is understanding of black people. And this dude said that there's zero racial intolerance in the world.
Yeah, he's bugging because he's from fucking Bensonhurst, where Yusuf Hawkins got chased out of Bensonhurst and killed.
But that's not
by a bunch of Italians. No, oh wow, yeah. What year was that? That was 87, 88.
Right. So that's 1970. Yeah. So that's what. See, for stupid motherfuckers with not a lot of perspective, it doesn't happen anymore. 1987 sounds like they think 1987 is 1697. You know what I mean? Right. That's how that works. They think that 1987 is 1687. And they behave that way. But yet you can go on TikTok. I could have sworn that I saw on that what the fuck is TikTok? Like TikTok is some new app or something?
Yeah, some shit.
Right? Yeah. And they have just a series of little white kids saying the same shit about black people that little white kids said when I was a kid. Literally the same shit. And I'm like, all on TikTok. So I'm like, hold on, man. I thought this shit wasn't around anymore. I thought you didn't have people that said shit like, well, my color, I can get rid of my tan. You're stuck with your tan forever, and I would rather be my color than your color. Dude, that is purely racist. Because who the fuck would want to be pasty? Like that shit. Who the fuck, like that ain't nothing. There's for real, and I don't mean this in any bad way. Much love to the Europeans out there, but let's just fucking be honest, okay? Let's just be honest. All right. If I had to pick, do I want a big Johnson or a little one? One that's too big or one that's too small? I'll take the one that's too fucking big. Trust me, it's not that hard. You can get past it. Anyway.
Well, how about this?
Would I want to have melanin in my skin that will protect me from the fucking sun? Right? And as long as I get enough vitamin D from the sun, I'm cool. Or do I want to be able to walk outside into half of the fucking world and have my skin fucking ignite? You know what I mean? In red splotchy patches. Dog, melanin is good for your fucking skin, dog. Because that's the color difference. Melanin is good for your skin. It's good for your body. The more you have of it, the better off your skin is. Which is why when people that don't have it at all turn age 50, they turn into fucking leather handbags, right? Like I look at the people that I went to school with, and I'm like, damn, am I that fucking old? Like, this is a fucking old ass lady. She looked like the chick who were cute. Like, really, when I was in high school, the real cute ones, like, dude, they look like, I'm like, God damn, I'm glad I didn't marry your ass, because fuck. Man, look like an albino, motherfucker look like an albino alligator. You know, it's just, so if you were just dealing off it, why would you tell somebody you don't want that skin color? It's healthy, man. It's like telling somebody short saying that you don't want to be taller. Well, maybe you don't, dog, but if you got to reach up to the top of the shelf, it's good to be 6'6". You know what I'm saying? If you got to walk out into the sun, it's good for your fucking sun, for your skin to be protected, man. It's good. It's a good thing. It's not a bad thing. That's a good thing. But yet, no, shit be fucking killing me, dude. Like, the shit they said don't even make any fucking sense. Like, it doesn't make any sense to feel like it. Just come on, man. You know damn well, dude, you do not fucking want high melanoma rates. There's no fucking way you want that shit, okay?
That damn Paulie got 7 knockouts and want to get in a bare knuckle fight.
His ass got beat up in a bare fucking knuckle fight.
Oh, he hit me real hard, and his nose
was a wrap when he got dropped and sparred against Conor McGregor. That was a wrap, and it was caught on video. I was like, oh shit. Come on, man. You got dropped by Conor McGregor, man. Get the fuck out of here, man.
Yeah.
You lost all privileges.
Hey, somebody said, hey, Ishe Smith, Salmon jaw. Time Annie up said, remember when Cotto busted Paulie's jaw in a bout? No, but I'm going to go look it up. See,
yeah, his shit was swollen. His shit was swollen. Like he had a golf ball in his fucking cheek.
Yeah.
Cotto fucked him up bad.
Yeah.
But that was a Paulie Malignaggi fight, dog. I don't keep Paulie Malignaggi fights in my mind. Like, fuck would I be keeping track of a Paulie fucking Malignaggi fight, dog? I need BoxRec for fucking Paulie Malignaggi. Okay, there are certain motherfuckers I gotta look at their damn record, dude. I have no fucking idea all the people Johnny Gonzalez fought. Okay, and he was a better fucking fighter than Paulie Malignaggi. Okay, so I don't, not the kid, dog.
Man,
Yo, for now, they ladies look like handbags in a closet under heavy boxes, dude. Seriously, man, that aging process is terrible, man.
Yo, we had like a little get together from my old high school, and I swear to God, all the blacks and a majority of the Spanish people that showed up, we all pretty much looked the same. We just got a little gray in our hair, or gray in our beard, or whatever. The white people who so happen to be Italian that showed up, they look like grandparents.
Yes,
we were like, oh shit, that's her. We had to look in the yearbook like, who the fuck is that? She done gained like 100 pounds, spit out a litter of dogs, and those dogs had dogs. It was crazy. We were like, oh shit. They were fucked up.
Look at Trump. Dog, you see all that shit he got to do not to look like, you know,
that wig turned gray to orange and shit.
Ooh-wee. And he don't even tan around the eyes. Like, what is that? I don't get it, dog. Said Boxing Barbecue said, you ain't lying, Drew. Age like milk, dog. Do not. So, dude, so come on with the skin color shit. That shit just, seriously, that shit don't make sense. Now, like I will say on the other side of it, like I have nappy hair. Like my shit is nappy. You know what I mean? Like, you know, like remember you skip, I don't know, y'all probably never had to deal with this because you guys, you know, have so much European in your system. You ain't really black.
Nah, sure. My shit is nappy right now.
When I had my hair combed, my dad used to have to hold my head like this. That type shit.
I never had nappy hair.
Yeah, see, yeah, but you don't see. Let me tell you, that's not fun. Okay, I don't give a fuck how it looks. That shit's not fun. Okay, and that shit go rah rah. That shit is not fun. I do not like that. Okay, when I went bald, I was like, woof. I don't have to worry about it. And I knew I was going bald because I was like, damn, my hair is getting straighter. Like, the fuck is this? My shit don't even, like, I can get a comb through it all easy. That shit lasts for about a year. All of a sudden, my hairline was way the fuck up here. I was like, oh,
Damn.
she used to hurt, dog. Oh,
God
man.
damn.
And then dude, I used to have to spray water. Like my dad, like I would be like, fuck, I gotta comb my hair. So I would put my hair under the sink, get my hair as wet as I could possibly be. I said, Hamada said my dad had nappy hair. He liked it though. Dog, I would like it now because you can get away with wearing that shit like that. Like,
right.
That spiky shit. Oh, I'd be the fucking man.
Yeah, my son wears hair like that. Yeah.
Oh, I'd have loved that. I would love
like Earl Spence, but he keep it short, not like Sean Porter, looking like a wild ass buckwheat.
Sean Porter got a perm, man.
His hair's everywhere. It's
Sean got loosened up, dog. Like he knocked his shit back a little bit. I think Sean got a little bit of an S curl to his shit, man.
Yo, man, Sean Porter looked like a fucking Sharkticon from Transformers. Yo, if Sean Porter bit me, I'd lose my fucking mind.
Yeah.
Sean Porter can open up. Sean Porter can open up a bottle of Heineken with his teeth.
Yeah.
Fucking Sean Porter looked like he could blow bubbles with quarters. Sean Porter looked like he chews on thumbtacks. Sean Porter looked like he got the fucking embryo disease.
Yeah, that overbite. Oh my God.
Sean Porter, his
Not
gums took steroids.
His mouth is gigantic.
Yeah, Sean Porter
got 300 teeth in there, dog.
Sean Porter's
he got 100 teeth.
You remember the alien from that Sigourney Weaver?
Yeah.
Sean Porter looked like he got a whole nother fucking mouth in his mouth.
Yeah.
Fucking Sean Porter takes steroids in his gums. I can go on and on about Sean Porter. I got a million of them.
He ain't got those veneers though, dude. I'm sorry, man. I know these dudes got money and they get these veneers. Dog, they shit look like dentures. Like,
yeah.
That shit look like, I don't know if people really get that. Drew, don't they look like dentures to you? Those veneers? I know boxers get their teeth knocked out a lot. You know what I mean?
Sean Porter's teeth.
That's all they are.
Sean Porter's teeth are champions on their own.
Eric Law said, hey, Eric Law said Sean can eat whole cereal boxes. Motherfucker don't even open them up.
Yo, word up. When Sean
grabbing shit off the shelf, start taking bites.
Sean Porter bites the whole can and opens it on his own.
Eat whole cereal boxes. Yeah. See, Sean Porter said, when you got no teeth, your overbite, you can't do nothing about that. They gotta stand back and put your teeth in. Shit.
Oh, dog. Sean Porter got that venom mouth.
Man.
Oh shit.
Oh, Spider-Man.
Oh shit.
That motherfucker open his mouth like
Yo, y'all ever looked at the Barracuda? Yep. Sean Porter got the Barracuda mouth. Yo, Sean Porter go to sleep and his mouth still moving. Just talking.
Secure.
Hey, yo, you know the wind up teeth that just be flapping like yeah, that's Sean Porter mouth.
Ooh, I'm sorry, Sean. I'm sorry, Kenny. That shit was just funny. Y'all me too, dog. Just I get it. Fuck. That shit was funny though. I couldn't resist.
Man, fuck them niggas.
Sean Porter's a good dude though, man. I like the family. That shit's just wide open jokes, man.
Yeah, K Diddy think he's 25. Kenny Porter. He think he's 25. He dressed with his little Kango and sunglasses, and he be cool with his earring, young woman, and he in there, and Sean look like he the daddy, So.
Look, man, time. I can't resist one. Time to Annie up said if Sean Porter eats. Dog, Sean Porter can't eat no coochie. That's fucking assault with a deadly weapon. That's a
man.
That's 15 years. Nigga, that motherfucker trying to eat some coochie.
Nigga, he'll bite the whole bitch in half.
Oh man,
he'll bite that whole hoe in half. That bitch will be dead, like a goddamn crime scene.
Hey, but look, Susan is right. I wish everyone had Porter's attitude. He'll fight anyone. Yeah, I think he will, man. Except for I want to see him fight Errol Spence, man. All right, man. We got to get off because seriously, Sean Porter did not do anything to deserve that. I feel bad, dude, but it's tight, man. The virus.
Fuck that. Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did.
What he do?
He did. He sat next to Larry Merchant and smiled. Fuck that.
When? Oh. I mean, damn, what you supposed to do when somebody said Dillian White sat there and said, Dillian White, that's bad company.
Yeah, good. Well, yeah, he could get this work then.
Huh?
He can get this work. He can get this work. Barracuda mouth having ass nigga. He can get this work.
Man, that dude's a good fighter, man. I like Sean Porter. I like Kenny Porter and Sean Porter. But the green suit, dog, I mean, but all I wanted to say is, dude, that his hair is, I don't know if he got extensions. I probably ain't got extensions, but dog, he got a blowout. He got something. He got a California curl, something.
Because it's like out, way out.
It's way out there, dude. He's doing some shit to his hair.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what just when you get women picking your shit out, dog. I think that's the problem with Sean. Like,
yo, Sean Porter looked like he brushed his teeth with toothpaste that smells like shit mint.
Hey, Panay, you remember the pick? With the fist on the back?
Hell yeah. He's carrying it in my back pocket.
Yeah,
Nah, fuck that. Right. You remember that? You remember that big wooden spoon and fork that every black person had in their house on the wall? Yeah, Sean uses the fork to comb his hair.
Let me ask you a question though. Back in the day, when did you use what? You remember what were the kind of picks? There was the straight up wired picks, right?
Right.
The wire, but you remember the big motherfucker that was side. They used to have like the sideways one. Damn.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I can't. My dad used to he had a big old black fist pick. He used to comb my shit out and it was painful as hell, and then stick it in my head and be like, bring her home from school. Don't let anyone take it. It'd be in the side of my head. I'm in school pictures with that shit in my head. Teachers ain't make me take it out either.
They make those anymore?
You gotta look for them.
They make one where the handles go down and you clip back up. They make those.
Oh yeah. Those were raggedy as fuck though. Those shits was because they would like shake when you combed your hair. You know, one of the ones that you could fold. You talking about and you clip,
right.
Like the two halves click together.
Right.
Damn, dog. Ronald Jones said, "Oh, the cake cutter. That's what it is. The cake cutter. Yeah, cake cutter pick. The cake cutter pick. My brother could use the cake cutter, because his shit wasn't as tightly wound as mine. I had to use water. And the black fist pick. And then
still got his.
What you say?
Time and M said he still got his pick.
You still got? Man, I need another pick. I need a pick like that. Should be like a fucking collector's item, man. Because that was beautiful. But the black fist, like the black power fist, I wonder who got the idea of putting that shit out. Right now, dog, that would be racist. That's a racist pick. That's a racist pick.
Fuck that.
Why you say that, Panay?
Because what Devin Haney said was racist. You can't say white boy. You damn sure can't be walking around with no black militia, Black Panther pick, or
It just got a fist on it.
Don't matter. That means black people are happy. That shit's racist.
Okay.
That is showing that you think black people, you're racist. There ain't no logic behind Devin Haney. But let's switch subjects, man. Let's switch subjects.
Okay.
What's your take, Drew, on Devin Haney's apology? We didn't have a chance to talk about that. To give people a little background, Devin Haney said on 78 Sports TV. Oh man, I saw that. By the way, dude, this is some crazy shit. I saw there's an article written about Devin Haney and said that, and where they quoted it, and look how they talked about 78. They said that he said on 78's channel via boxing scene. They couldn't get away without giving 78 saying that the interview was on 78's channel, but then they did boxing scene in the same sentence with it.
Yeah, boxing.com I saw it on, yeah.
Yeah, but it said via boxing scene. Well, we heard this via what he said via boxing scene. Doug, just go listen to the fucking channel and get a dude give his credit. But what's your take on Devin Haney apologizing for saying that no white boy can beat him? He don't care. 10 out of 10, I'm gonna beat him. If I fight 10, I'm gonna beat 10. What's your take on that, man? And the aftermath, and does it affect your impression of Devin Haney in a good or a bad way?
Well, first of all, I heard it live, and he said it. And if they was on that topic, it wasn't even a topic. He just said it, and they got off of it. It may have been 20 seconds, if that, maybe less, and they got off of it. They didn't dwell on it. He didn't ask them to elaborate on it. It was said, and it was done. So for them to have caught that out of everything else that was said, you know these motherfuckers was listening. Like they all do. Like they're listening now. They're ear hustling. It's okay. Keep listening. Fuck y'all very much. Now, his apology. I don't think he should have put it out. You know, he may as well have stood on it because it doesn't matter. All right. Now they can say, they can use this to shit on him instead of shitting on him in the dark like they were doing already. They're already treating him like shit. So at this point, it don't matter. What he should have did, and this is just my opinion. You know, I fucks with Devin. I'm not gonna stop fucking with Devin. You know what I'm saying? I got love for Trill Bill and everything else. I just think that this was a rush to they got buck broke into doing this shit, man. They had this pressure. In my opinion, I think they should have just withstood the pressure and used it to catapult them to get what they want. All right. Devin, you know, in my opinion, this is just my opinion, he should have just stood on the square and said, you know what? Y'all blowing this out of proportion, but you know something? Y'all know who the fuck I was talking about. And y'all know what the fuck he did. All right. Y'all should have took this energy and told that motherfucker, told that white boy, get rid of this kid. He's talking your name, and we think you the king. We think you the god. All right. Fuck that franchise championship and go fight this kid. Instead of that, what they did was they embraced all of his decisions and they allowed him to move away from Devin. And then Devin had shoulder surgery, legit surgery. Then WBC want to violate him and strip his championship and all kinds of crazy shit. I mean, come on. Devin has been violated, which is why I don't think that it didn't make a difference whether he apologized or not. Because now I'm already reading people saying that it's not sincere. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't matter now. You put it out there, standard, and you still believe it. What are you saying sorry for? What are you saying sorry for? Something that you believe in? What are you saying sorry for? Fuck that. Fuck that, man. Stand on it. What are you saying sorry? Oh, I shouldn't have said that. Oh, fuck that. So what? Does that change? What are you saying now, Devin? What are you saying now? Oh, well, you know, a white person could beat me. I mean, really think about it. No. What are you sorry for? Did Conor McGregor say he was sorry for the racist shit he said and done? Beating up old motherfuckers in his pub? All right, talking about, I'm from the waist down, I'm black.
Who
Dance
said?
for me, boy. Conor McGregor said, I'm waist down. Don't you know I'm black from the waist down? He said that. It's on video. He said that leading up to the Floyd Mayweather fight. He said that. And everyone laughed. No one said a fucking thing. So do I want to hold Devin accountable for what he said? Yeah, and stand on it, Devin. I don't think he should have apologized for shit because what he don't believe Loma could beat him. So what's changed? What is he saying sorry for? For what? White boy? White boy? How many fucking black people get offended when they listen to our live streams and we say the word nigga? Yo, what up, my nigga? Yo, Nick, man, this nigga here. Yo, nigga. Get the fuck out of here. No one gets offended. But the moment he says, yo, man, ain't no white boy gonna beat me. 10 times out of 10, they ain't gonna beat me. Oh, it's inflammatory. He's dangerous. Get the fuck out of here. He said it. He meant it. What is he saying? Yo, I think a white boy could beat me now. No, he's not saying that. So what, if you're not saying that, why the fuck are you apologizing? Don't save face. Stand on it. Billy Ho Saunders. Beat a bitch. That's how you live it. Whether you joking or not, nigga, you put it out there. So what? Was he sincere? Get the fuck out of here. Did Tyson Fury ever apologize for fucking whores, jerking off 1,000,000 times a day, sniffing coke, and running around in a Batman suit? No. He stood on the square. No one demands apology. See, we gotta apologize for everything we fucking do. They apologizing for shit. Get that kid his fucking fight. Make him say sorry. Make him regret it. How about this? Make him regret what he said. All right? Because the only fucking white boy he talking about is Vasyl Lomachenko. He didn't say cracker. He didn't say Euro cracker. He didn't say Russian bomb expert or any other crazy shit. He said white boy. He said white boy. So what? How about this? What we say around the way? You don't like what I said? Do something about it. What you gonna do? You don't like what I said? I said it. What you gonna do? Now I'm gonna tell you what the media is gonna do. They're gonna assault his character. This is gonna haunt him forever. And the fact that he said sorry, that's an admission of guilt. All right. This is why I'm saying you say something like that, you got to stand on it. It don't matter if you say sorry or not. It's an admission of guilt. You're admitting that you're wrong. He's not wrong.
Let me ask you something.
Yeah.
Being devil's advocate here. Mm-hmm. What do you think about the fact that he got that WBC belt right after he apologized?
But he didn't say, I'm sorry. He didn't say that.
No, well, they gave it back because they generated a form of compliance. We got you, nigga. We got you. Now you're being a good little boy. Now you're doing what we say. We own you, which is why he needs to get that Vasyl Lomachenko fight, knock his fucking head smooth off his shoulders, and take that WBC belt, throw that shit in the trash, a la Riddick Bowe, and take a fucking shit on it in the ring. Shit on that pot, and then throw it in Suleiman's fucking family's face. Fuck that belt. Sanction the fees and whatnot. Fuck that. They broke him. That's what they did. Good little nigga complied. This is your reward now. And I'm saying defend the title, get the Lomachenko fight, and then throw it, because he can't beat Lomachenko for the franchise championship because you can't lose it. He's franchise champion forever.
And you can lose it, you just can't win it.
Okay. You can't. Yeah. Okay, I got you. But it don't.
If somebody beats him, they become the WBC. Like they have a right to fight the regular WBC champion if they beat the franchise champion.
The moment a black person gets that franchise championship, they're gonna alter the rules, which is why I say screw the sanctioning body itself. All right, beat that white boy, throw your belt in the trash. We don't pay to see belts. We pay to see the talent. Fuck them. Fuck them with a lit flare. That's my stance on it.
He apologized, man. He did apologize. That's what Gregory Wise. That's what my man Junior the Truth said. He apologized. OG, there's no way around it. Yeah, he did apologize without a doubt. And then he got that belt. And he said, I do believe he said before he actually apologized, this is the thing that threw me. And somebody correct me if my time is off. Because if my timeline is off, then I'm off. And there's a possibility that my timeline could be off. But I think that I heard, before I heard that the apology for using that phrase was issued, I think that I heard him say that he sat down with Mauricio Suleiman and had a good conversation.
No, you're right.
So
I was gonna comment on.
Yeah, he had that good conversation with Mauricio Suleiman. Then he apologized. Then he got his WBC belt back. He apologized, from what I can see, for that belt. So I don't think that it is a situation where he just apologized. I think it's something where he apologized quid pro quo.
That's what it is.
I'll apologize for it. But
let me say this before I get out of here.
That conversation, and that might not necessarily be a bad thing. But you remember in the actual conversation that was taking place on 78's channel, because that was 78's channel that he said that on, not Trill, that they were talking about the WBC having taken his belt from him. That was part of the that was the bigger part of the conversation. The fact that they took the belt from him. And the WBC, now that, to me, and I'll pass this on to KQKC, that's the biggest problem that I have with the whole thing. Now, because Devin, first of all, and I hate to say this, but it's just what it is. I don't think there's any way out of it. When Teofimo Lopez and Luke Campbell basically called Devin Haney a paper champion. One said that you got an email title, you're the first two-time email champion, and the other said that you hadn't fought anybody for that belt. That's the fucking truth. That's the truth. I don't think that the WBC ever wanted Devin Haney really to be the champion. The only reason he became champion was to appease Bob Arum. And the WBC always tries to find a way to find the way not to really do anything, right? So they would say, okay, yeah, well, we'll elevate Vasily Lomacheko to this franchise title, but then we'll give the title to Devin Haney. So even though Devin Haney was a mandatory, we give him what he wants, which is the belt. But at the end of the day, he didn't fight anybody for either. So he's a two-time champion, technically, and the only two-time champion in the history of boxing that never won a champion. Well, he won one championship fight, the one where he was given the belt and he beat Santiago. But that's a fucking sloppy ass situation. And I don't think it's a fault of Devin Haney. I'm sure he would fight Vasily Lomachenko for his belt, or would fight Teofimo Lopez for him, or if he had an opportunity to fight Richard Comey for the IBF, he would have done all those things. I think he'll fight somebody in 140 pounds. But it's just a really fucked up look, man, for the WBC and the 135-pound belt. Because even now that he's got a championship, is he a champion? You know what I mean? Because if you go look at least like not BoxRec, I do believe if you look at BoxRec, or if you look at Boxing Scene, I think they both have Vasily Lomachenko as the WBC champion. Some of them definitely have Canelo Alvarez as the WBC champion at 160 pounds. So it's just such a screwed up situation, man, that for me, I would have rather had Devin Haney not get the belt. And either, if you want to apologize, but force these guys into put that belt on the line where it's just a fucking vacant belt and he gets to fight for it against Luke Campbell in his next fight, or Javier Fortuna in his next fight, or had made it a vacant belt when he fought Santiago, so he could have won it there. What's your take on how he won the belt and what I said there, KQKC?
Well, you're right, because Teofimo Lopez, he right. Teofimo Lopez fought great opponents, and he been in some great fights. Now, Devin Haney, I'm not saying that he's a bum or nothing like that, but what it is first of all, he haven't really grew in 2 years. 78 told me that he think he can make 140. 140, I don't think he can right now, but some may believe he can.
Make 140?
147.
Who can make 140?
Devin Haney.
You don't mean that? What do you mean he?
147. We was talking about something.
No. I'm just saying he's going up in weight to 140 pounds. Why would he have a problem making 140 if he's already at 135? No,
147.
Why would he have a problem making 147?
I don't think.
You mean something other than making the weight? Like because Devin Haney is not going to weigh in at 148 for 147 pounds, so he's not going to miss weight if he moved up 2 weight classes. Do you mean something other than? I don't
think he has the strength. I'm trying to.
Oh, okay. So you don't know if he'll be competitive.
Right. Of course. I'm sorry. Okay. I don't think he had the strength to deal with them guys up there. And then with the championship belt. Yeah, it looked like it was a mail-in belt, I call it, and not only did the WBC president Suleiman call him. I mean, then you had G Money calling him. Used to be Wilder's manager. He called him. Eddie Hearn called him. And first of all, fuck them. So when you are a man, and you said what you said, and you stand on it. That's the only problem I have. You stand on it. That's the only problem I have with Devin Haney. I think he's a good kid. I think his father is a good father and everything. And I rock with him. But you know what? You're a man. You stand on what your principles are. You don't change no matter what. If he don't want to give you the belt, fuck him. All right? Go somewhere else, IBF somewhere. Go another route. But you stand on it. Ain't none of nobody else's business. I would have hung up on these guys keep calling me. Now, I know the WBC, you want your belt back, right? I understand that. And the WBC, we know they ain't on the up and up, right? Because DAZN, she should have got her belt right back. But we know they're trying to put it back in play. So she had to earn it all over again, knowing Jimenez was dirty. But still, that's a different conversation. But no, you're right. Devin Haney, I get it. No, like I say, boxing is a dirty business outside the ring. And it's also a political business. Now, the WBC, prestigious belt, hell no. Hell no. I don't believe that. I believe the IBF is more prestigious than they are. At least they'll make your if you fight your mandatories, at least they keep things on the up and up. Now, they haven't said nothing about the other comments like Kovalev, shit he say and do. But no, this young man, which he gonna make a lot of mistakes now and in the future, but you don't get ridiculed. He said he get death threats. Death threats? Because he said what he said. We know how fighters are. We know how they in the heat of the moment. They might say something, to build up their self-esteem and their profile. We know that shit, right? Look at that Maurice Lee from TMT, the Mayweather team. He ain't shit, right? He ain't won nothing but 12 fights, right? And he trying to get Earl to fight him. Man, shut the fuck up, right? So the point is this, Devin Haney, you're going to learn in life. You're going to have to be a man. No matter what people say, you're going to have to stand up on your principles. You're going to have to say, I said what I said, and that's what I said, and that's what I mean. No matter what the ridicule might be, no matter what the backlash may be, you have to stand on your principle. See, this ain't the old days where a handshake will make you honest. No. Your mouth and your word is your bond. So that's what a man have to do today. A man have to say what he say and stick to what he say. That's all I have to say.
All right, man. Dude, I think, man, I don't know if the situation. Somebody left something in the comment section. I can't remember who said it, but they talked about how. Anyway, man, I lost my train of thought, man. I just think that Devin Haney is going to have a hard time getting fights against those guys at 135 regardless, man. And he can have a belt, and it's still going to be tough for him because look at Gary Russell Jr. Gary Russell's had a 135-pound WBC, 126-pound WBC belt, and he still can't get nobody to fight him. You had Shakur Stevenson, who was quoted as having talked about Josh Warrington, who's the IBF 126-pound champion out of the UK, and saying how he thought that Shakur Stevenson and Josh Warrington was the big fight to be made at 126 pounds. And if he can't get Josh Warrington, then he'll consider moving up. And I'm like, what's wrong with Gary Russell Jr.? You know what I mean? What's wrong with Gary Russell Jr.? There's just a lot of people, dude, that doesn't matter what belt that they have, what they have, when these promoters just act like they're going to ignore that they're there. Hopefully, though, with this stuff that's going on, with boxing, that they won't really have a choice. They're going to have to, because ironically enough, it seems like the day of the American fighter might be coming up soon, seeing as last night Top Rank said that they were going to start having fights again, that they were looking to have fights again. What was it, like August, I think, that they said something like that?
They opened up 2 states already. Yeah.
Well, no, I'm talking about for boxing. I'm saying like the Top Rank said that they were going to be putting on boxing events in the United States, and they're in their process of talking to people in Texas, New York, and California to put on the fights. But then he said that there's going to be logistical problems with having fighters like Tyson Fury or Lomachenko fight because they can't get into the country. Might be a situation. There really might be a situation for the foreseeable, for a good amount of time, that the foreign fighters that Top Rank relies on won't even be able to fight in the United States.
Well, how's Fury going to fight? He ain't got no license in the UK.
Well, he's over in the UK though.
Yeah, but aside from that issue, just as far as people being able to fight in the United States, even when there's enough, testing, even when the states open up and people are allowed to do things more freely, that doesn't mean they're going to be letting people in from other countries.
Right. He can't get over here.
Without like a 30-day quarantine and all that. KQK or Drew, I think KQK just spoke. Drew, what's your thoughts on what would happen if the only fighters that could fight in America were American fighters? What does that happen? What happens to the promotional companies if that becomes the case?
Oh my gosh. Well, let's start with good old Eddie Hearn. I don't know what he's gonna do. How many American fighters he has in his stable? He got Dudu Andrade and who else? Shit, I'm having a brain fart right now. But everyone that has these UK fighters, man, they're gonna have a big issue, a major issue. It's gonna be a problem. The American fighters, we're gonna be pretty much etched in stone. We're gonna be okay. But you're still gonna have a rift, because blacks aren't really considered American fighters. You know how that go. How many white fighters that are popular, that are active, that they can root for? Because I don't know.
Plant in
Caleb
the US,
Plant.
Plant. Adam Kwanacki.
No, he's done.
I mean, you root for him; he'll come back.
Oh well, he claims Poland. He claims Poland, although he's from Brooklyn,
US, so he can fight. If you live in the US, you'll be good.
Yeah. So he what?
Yeah, I don't think he's living in Poland.
No. But he's over here, but he's pretty much done. So you got Caleb Plant. When he starts making those big giant fights, that's when these crackers are going to claim him. That's when they're going to claim him. You know what I'm saying? But he married to his sister or whatever, man. We are right over here. Guys like what's this guy, Warrington, and all those other Calums and Liams and other Eddie, all those Eddie Hearn guys, they're gonna have an issue, man. And Tyson Fury, I'm not sure where he's resting his head right now, but if it's a situation where the UK opens up before the US, it's weird. A lot of to my knowledge, well, you know what? I don't even know, but it's nothing for an American fighter to get a fighting license over in the UK, if need be, and vice versa, But the problem is, a guy like Tyson Fury, he let his license lapse for obvious reasons. He's under investigation, so this is it's like a weird karma if something like that comes about. You dig what I'm saying? Let's just say, let's just say everything opens up in the UK, everything's fine, right? And Wilder's ready to rock and roll, and he's like, "Fuck it, let's do it in Wembley. Since the US ain't open, I'm ready right now. Let's do it in Wembley." Waiting on you, Tyson. Now Tyson is trying to get his license over in the UK, but then he got to deal with this pig shit that he, this uncastrated hog dick that he chewed on. Like the homo that he is.
But Wilder got to get over there.
Yeah, well, Wilder, but he ain't gonna have a problem getting over there and getting licensed. He won't have a problem. He already fought over there. Wilder wouldn't.
If Deontay Wilder could get over there, they would have Tyson Fury come over here.
Right, but I'm saying, let's just say if America's not open for that, and UK is open for that, and they're like, "Yo, have the fight here." We all know Wilder's like, "Yo, fuck it," I'm ready to rock and roll. Let's get it popping. The problem is going to be Fury.
Oh, you said if UK opens up.
Right. Fury will be the problem.
Back in the United States.
Right. He won't be able to get back.
He won't be able to get back. Like, he'll be if you can't get, you know what I'm saying? Like, he might have to sit. He would probably have to. And if he goes to the UK, he's probably going to have like a 30-day quarantine for him there. And then he comes to the United States.
But the scenario is, if all is well, let's just say all is well.
Okay.
If all is well, and let's just say the UK opens up and they're like, all right, we can hold this fight. And they reach out to Wilder, and Wilder says, "Yo, good, I'm good for it. Let's have it there. I just want to knock this guy's head off." The problem in that aspect would be Tyson Fury. All right, Fury would be the problem because he can't get licensed. He chose not to get licensed because as soon as he tries to get his license, he's going to have to answer to that case. That's going to be the problem. So there's a shitstorm over there. It's a shitstorm over there. Over here, we good.
Yeah, that'll be tough, man. I don't see how those dudes gonna be able to do it, man. I just think that they're, and I think it's gonna be ongoing. Like, I can't see for like the foreseeable future when they're gonna open the borders up. You know,
it's this thing gets deeper than most people think, man. This things get deeper than most people think, and when little things start to open up. And like around the summertime, because virus is going to die down around midsummer or whatever, and everyone's going to try and get back to their normal lives. They're going to try and crunch as much sports as possible. And I have my own suspicions about that, man. And people are going to get very sick. They're trying to open up Atlanta. Funny, just to digress on that for a second.
Hey, by the way, KQKC had to cut out. He had another appointment. So make sure y'all subscribe to KQKC. Check out KQKC on his live stream Monday through Friday. He comes on. He's going to come on around 1 o'clock because he and I are going to move our times a little bit during the week, where I'm going to go on around 11:40, and he's going to go on around 1 o'clock. But go ahead, man. Drew.
Yeah, what they're doing in Georgia is absurd. Open up hair salons, tattoo parlors, barbershops, and gyms, and I heard clubs. I'm not sure if that's true or not. I don't know if someone was joking when they said that, but listen, man, in Atlanta, a majority of those businesses I mentioned are Black owned and Black operated. And to me, that's just like saying, okay, let's just see how much this virus has gone away with these Black people. Let's see what happens there. That's what they're doing over there, and this governor is going to open up this state. My thing is, you got a bunch of these other states with white governors, and they got people marching around talking about liberate, liberate, liberate. Open that shit up. Let's see how the white folk do. Open that shit up. Why it's always got to be us? But I don't want to, get away from the topic.
No, go ahead and do it, man.
It's all relevant. It's all relevant with these sports events, man. I'm still going to be, let's just say they open up everything in July. I'm still going to be like tentative to go. Let's just say, look, Wilder Fury 3 at the Barclays, July, whatever. I'm going to be so tempted to go. But at the same time, I'm legit like scared for my life.
Then you shouldn't go.
Yeah, exactly. I watch the shit at home. I buy a pay-per-view 3 times, like I've done, like with Wilder's last pay-per-views. I bought them for 3 different homes. That's what I'll do. This is just fucking horrible, man. This is just a sad state of affairs, man. And people really need to be careful, man. I live in New York. I see what's going on. Lost a lot of people out here, man. Four close people to me. To some older, to my age. You understand? This shit is real. And before you start, going to get your hair cut and going to hang out at the parties and going to the gym and dapping it up with people like shit is back to normal, it's not back to normal, man. This shit is a silent killer. This is unlike anything the world has ever seen on our level in this day and age. We're in a Wi-Fi era with all this technology, and we're getting taken out by a goddamn virus. Are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? And they're talking about opening up the fucking gym. You're talking about opening up the goddamn barbershop. Come on, man. Come on, man. This is shit. This is something in the air that we can't see. And the scariest shit is you can have a motherfucker walking around with no symptoms that can be a carrier. And they could breathe on you, and now you got it. And being that your immune system is totally different, you could die in a few days. This is serious, man. This is like airborne AIDS, man. This is like the airborne herpes. Motherfucker walking around with no symptoms or whatever. One of you sisters let this nigga slide up in you raw dog, and now you run around with some shit for the rest of your life. And it's hitting you all kinds of different. But this motherfucker has no symptoms. This is serious, man. Now you talking about shit in the air. You know what I'm saying? You want to talk about open up these goddamn states? Are you serious? Figure out what's going on because we don't know. You got these wild ass crackers talking about liberate, and they going down to city halls with guns and shit. Here these white folk go again with that shit. Here those white boys go again. Because we don't know if it was a bunch of black people running the city hall with the same firearms, it'd have been a bloody massacre. But there's no racism in this day and age, though, right, Paulie? Get the fuck out of here, man. These guys make me sick. You know, the behavior. You know, I love this country and everything that it's supposed to stand for, but the problem is people get in the way. That's the problem. It's the people. The problem is the people. There's nothing wrong with the Constitution. But the problem is the people who exercise it. And they exercise different forms of the Constitution and take bits and pieces and make it apply to their agenda. That's a problem. These motherfuckers running around talking about the Second Amendment. They didn't read the full Second Amendment. They didn't read it. Assholes. But to keep it boxing, nah. We're always going to have an issue. Sports as a whole is always going to have an issue. Unless they get this virus under control, we're going to have an issue. Because I ain't sitting in the Barclays on MSG because those seats are way too close to the person next to you. I'm not sitting anywhere next to anybody, you know, to catch something just to watch Deontay knock the shit out of somebody. No, hey, thank you.
You get some cheap office space in New York pretty soon, huh?
Oh, man, the real estate, let me tell you, man, the real estate is going to be insane, man. There's so many, there's a mall right where I live, and there's a Modell's there, and the gates are down. It just looks weird. The parking lot is empty. It's a bunch of like non-essential businesses that are just closed. It's like, oh, shit. It's really fucked up out here. It's really fucked up. Chipotle's open. Red Lobster's open. The supermarket's open. You know what I'm saying? But everywhere else is fucked up, man. The urgent care is open. You know what I'm saying? My gym, that shit ain't been open. It's like I look in there like, damn, man. Man, it's just bad. You just want to run up in that gym by yourself and wipe everything down and just use it to death. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, you can't. You can't, man. It's just a sad state of affairs, man. And there's like a lot of office space. You see the signs for rent, out of business. Nice sizable spaces, man. And it's like if you're into real estate, especially commercial real estate, good Lord, man. If things go back to normal, you want to be in a position where you can either purchase some space or sell it or something. You want to be in a good position, man. If you got some change, man, when this thing goes away and there's a vaccine or whatever have you, you want to be in a position where you can make some money. And there's a lot of prime real estate that just popped up in New York because it can't be used now. So if you got some bread, man, you know, New York is going to be and it's going to be fast. It's going to be real fast. It's going to be real fast.
Brandon Gather said the majority of black barbershops and salons didn't open down here. We saw the trick. Oh, Sports TJ said, what's wrong with the super chat? Won't let me donate. Yeah, man, dude, YouTube is just having a real fucking hard time right now because of all of the traffic on it. There's just a lot of traffic. But if you want to donate, and I definitely appreciate you, man, it's the Cash App is easier. If you do Cash App, I get it, and I'll read your comment just like it is. Or if you say you Cash App, just put there in there, and I'll read your comment. But it's this is the Cash App. That's the easiest way to do it, especially because and I don't publicize the Cash App a lot. I really do appreciate you guys' support. I know it's really tough, you know, or for some people it's really tough because of all this stuff going on. So, you know, it is what it is, man. But if you want to donate to the chat, if you can't use the super chat, use the Cash App, and it's @FanonBoxing on Cash App, and that'll work for you. And it actually works better for me, and it works better for creators because, you know, that's what you get. With the super chat, it's a different equation. So anyway, I appreciate you asking Sports 101 with TJ. But what Grand Gatherer said, I think is really interesting because that's what my thing is. It's like the majority of black barbershops and salons didn't open down here. I'd be interested to know where you're from. Is that in Georgia? Said we saw the trick. Yeah, dude, don't do that, man. Like, don't fall for the okie doke, dude. If the shit is highly contagious and they're encouraging your ass to go outside, hell no, dude. Don't do that. Don't do it. Don't do it, man. Like, I'm not going nowhere near no fucking body, dude. There ain't no need. When what's his name died, and I'm sorry, I don't refer to him as when Tony Harrison's dad died. I'm like, Lord. Oh, and by the way, rest in peace, Muhammad is the one.
Yes.
We got to do a 10-second. I'm sorry, man. We got to get the gun for Muhammad is one. If you don't know familiar who Muhammad is the one. He's a member of the LDBC. He's been in chats for years, constantly coming by, man. A good dude. And the word came out that he had passed away. I'm not sure if it was yesterday. I heard about it yesterday, but he might have passed away the day before. So, rest in peace. Muhammad is the one. Member of the LDBC family is passed. So let's give him the 10 count.
RIP.
Rest in peace. Muhammad is the one. Bert, it suspends habeas corpus arrest anyone, no charges, indefinite in prison. Just call it terrorist. Yeah, man, that's been the fucking deal, though. The way that I see it, man. You need rules because people are just basically underhanded bastards. So yeah, man, that's tough, man. Rest in peace. Muhammad is the one. I don't know what the cause of death is. So I'm not going to speculate about what it was, and at this point in time, I guess it really doesn't matter, but rest in peace, Muhammad is the one, and everybody that was friends with him, my condolences to everybody in LDBC whose channel he would come by and leave comments. It's just, and the older we get, man, the more this is going to happen to the crew. You know what I mean? Heard about this on 78 stream last Friday. Messed up, man. Yeah, man. So it must have been he passed away on Friday. So that's a really tough thing, man. It's a really tough thing. But look, we're at our 10 o'clock, man. Thank you so much for trooping with me, Drew Titan. Let people know if you got anything. Is there anything else you want to talk about? I ain't got shit to do today. I just know, we usually wrap up around 10. Is there anything that you want to talk about? Actually, I do have shit to do today, but I ain't about to do it right now.
Yeah. I am Drew Titan, Bronx on deck. You can find me on Instagram under the same name. You can find me right here on OG Boxing Talk every Sunday. And Sunday evenings, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, LDBC Strong, #move. I discuss health and wellness. Today, I'm going to be asking the question, why are we still eating Chinese food? For a number of reasons. But I also do a pop-up stream. It's very random, just during the week, called LDBC Strong Raw Sessions. Raw is an acronym. Respect all warriors. I speak to former boxers, promoters, and trainers, and I ask about the business of boxing. And stay tuned for that, because we're gonna have a lot of surprises as far as guests. And shout out to my brother Trick Nolte, because we are all working hard behind the scenes to give you guys really great content on another level as far as the business of boxing, what these fighters are up to, and inside on what they feel the game should be. We're talking about the fighters and trainers of the past and some from the present. So be on the lookout for that, man. For now, thank you, brother, so much for having me, man. I appreciate you so much, man.
Likewise, Drew, man. If you run into Ishe, man, don't slap him, dog. Let him slap.
I'll slap him with some words, and I want to see if it escalates to that, it's all him. Because I come in peace, but he'll leave in pieces. That's on God.
Yes, sir. All right, man. So we'll catch you guys next week. Definitely catch you said your show's later tonight?
Yep, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
All right, man. So check out Drew Titan coming up next, man. I'll check you guys out tomorrow on the live stream that we do. Check out, probably going to drop some videos later today. So if you guys time to watch the videos, I dropped like 4 yesterday. I think you'll find interesting. So if you got the time, go check out one of the videos. Much love to everybody that supports in the super chat and the Cash App. Thank you guys so much. And with that, we'll check you next week on OG Boxing Talk. Peace.